Okay, this is Piano 1, Kean University, and we're now looking toward the midterm because what we're going to do today is for March 2nd, the week of March 2nd, but it is the midterm. So you're not going to have another video until March 16th. So let's look at what's going to be. In the Alfred book, page 33. The miniature waltz. I did this last time, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I will teach it 34, because on the midterm, if you look on your week-to-week lesson, it'll say page 33 and 34. So we'll review 33. The melody, key of G. See, just put your fingers on G and leave them there. So the right hand is lift, so you can come down for the second phrase. Lift, so you have the next phrase. And that phrase is the whole line. Then this is the same. Lift. So we're phrasing now. We're beginning to phrase. All the whole last line now. So the notes are B, C, D, A, B, A, G. Then a scale. These are all scales. They're all scales. A, B, C, B, C, D, patterns. And a return to B. An imperfect authentic cadence. Same thing. That's number 9. Here's number 11. Here's 13, the whole line. Left hand has the after beats, and you'll notice they say pianissimo if your keyboard allows you to. So you would play. Just touch them so they're just background. As if you had an orchestra, your winds are playing. And there's some background instruments, maybe clarinets, maybe saxophones. An orchestra, maybe cellos, maybe a bassoon. Think instrumentally. So the only two ones you're going to find are C and D, B and D, goes down to A, goes down to G. So the D is a constant pedal point, and the notes below it, they just go down stepwise. C, D, B, D, A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D. The very last two measures, are sixths. And they go in parallel motion. And then you finish it off with the G. So here's the way this one sounds again. A little retard at the end. So we did that already, nothing new. Let's look at page 34. This one's very, very easy. The left hand just plays a bass line of G and D. It's the 1-5. Key of G, G is 1, D is 5. So the bass line is, that's all it is. We don't have to say another word about that. The right hand, staccato, slurred. The whole first two measures are nothing but a G major chord. Then we go to a 5 chord, D and A, and we land on a G chord, and then a scale. Same thing. You see, the first line is, second line is the same, but it cadences out. So try to find those patterns, those similarities, as opposed to contrasts. Number 9, all staccato. here's the same scale as in line 1, as in the first system, last measure. And it goes right back to it. But this time, instead of bop, 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 they put a little trill, a little turn. So here's the way this thing sounds. Lock your fingers in place right there, 1 and 4. G, 1, 4, D. So, it's andante, so it's not fast. I won't repeat. Here's the second part. And here's a crescendo if your keyboard lets you. Okay. We're going to finish this half of the semester up very easy. This is very, very easy. If you don't get an A on this, you didn't practice, you didn't look at the video, you just ignored it. Because this is tremendously easy. Usually it's the first or second week of class. If you ask around people at Piano 1, with anybody else, they usually did this right away. I waited, but unfortunately, the hard part comes as of March 16th, and we start a whole bunch of new things, and we advance very rapidly. Now, so far, you've done the C, D, and E scales. Now I'm going to add the F, and that's the last scale we're going to add. It's on page 2, on measure 61. 61, measure 61. It's an F scale. I'm going to do the left hand first. You all know F has 1 flat, B flat. I'm doing the left hand because it's the same exact fingerings as you've had. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As always, you always cross the 3, and you always cross the 4 at the octave. Otherwise, it's 3. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Learn your C scale. It's the same exact thing, same fingerings. Coming down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here's where people make mistakes. You have to cross under that 4, so your thumb is on the name of the scale, the tonic. And then do the same thing. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your C scale is perfect, you will have no problem with this. Now, something brand new. The right hand is not the same fingering. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's a little secret, 99.9.9.9% of the times, 4 will play B flat. Even if you're playing a piece of music, if you can stick a 4 on that B flat, it's always for the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you cross under 4, and you play 1, 2, 3, 4. So in theory, it's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, playing 2 octaves becomes a problem. This is the scale you're going to have to practice more than any other one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But to continue the second octave, you have to throw your thumb under. And do it again. 2, 3, 4. But this time you end with 4. Because that's the end. You always use a 4 or a 5 to end it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Coming down is 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the hard part. You don't cross the 4 here. You cross the 3. Because you had 4 on F. You say 4 for the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Cross 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. But 3. Because you're saving your 4 for the B flat. Then you have to go. So, The threes go together on A. Your thumbs go together on C, but that's it. Until you hit F is 1 again. So, don't forget 4 is always on B flat. The arpeggio, exactly the same as C major. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 1, 3. Nothing new. Left hand, 5, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. Now, here's where some people get confused. Here's F major. 5, 4, 2, 1. F minor is still 5, 4, 2, 1. Some people think that just because it's a black note, you automatically use 3. Only if it's sharped. So if this was a B flat, you'd have to use 3. But if it's F A flat, you stay with 4. So it's 5, 4, 2, 1. So major, same as always. Nothing new, nothing to teach. F major chords measure 58. F major, F A C. F minor, F A flat C. F diminished, lower the C to a C flat. And then F major with augmented, F augmented. So major, minor, as always. Diminished, and then augmented. Now, the F minor scale is the same fingerings as F major. So the right hand, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's still 1, 2, 3, 4, but you have 4 flats. This is the hardest scale thus far. You're going to have to spend a lot of time. Some people are not doing well with their scales. I just want to tell you, you're not going to pass the first half of the semester. You're not going to pass the midterm. You can play these pieces. I don't care how you play them. If your scales are a D or an F, that's 50% of it. They're very, very big on scales. Matter of fact, both the colleges I teach at are very, very tough on the scales. I agree, by the way. I mean, I may be a little bit softer if we're up to me, but I think it's a good idea. You learn the scales, they're out of the way. So, F minor is 4 flats, and the flats happen to be together. F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can play it here if you like. But these are the flats. Right in a row. Right in a row. The only black key not used is the G flat. So it's F, G, A flat, B flat, thumb crosses. Thumb is on F as always. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming down, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. What you don't want to do, and there's at least 2 or 3 of you doing this, and you've got to stop it right away. You can't do this. That's it. It's not it. Because you just learned 4 out of 5 mistakes. Don't play till you know what the note is. My first piano teacher, words of wisdom. Identify the note, find the fingering to put on it, and then play it. Otherwise, you don't play it. You don't play it to make a mistake and then fix it, because the muscle memory will take over. You can't do it. It's a physicality. It's a physical phenomenon that if you play the wrong fingers twice, it's going to take you at least 4 times to get rid of them, because the muscle memory builds in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Cross to a thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. Look at the music when you play. Look at the flats. If you have to write them in, write them in. If you have to write fingerings in, write them in. Do not guess. I see so many people looking at their fingers when they're playing, and there's mistake after mistake after mistake. So, left hand, same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Same as always. So these are flat, these are flat. A is flat, B is flat, D is flat, E is flat. So the setup is this. Then you cross the 3, just like C major. D major, E major, F major. They're all the same. I know some of you don't see it that way, but trust me, if your fingers can do this, just put them down and they'll do it over the keys. Unless you don't know the scale. You don't know it's 4 flats or 2 flats or 1 sharp. And then the F minor arpeggio is the same as F major. But it's, okay, so just to end this correctly, what you're looking at right now for the week of March 2nd or March 1st, whatever it is, this is the same material as the midterm. The midterm is page 33 and 34 in the Alfred book. All the major and minor scales 2 octaves, C through F. And of course the major, minor, diminished, and augmented. When we start again after March 16th, it gets increasingly more difficult. But if you have this down perfect, it's not hard at all. But if you're struggling with this, and we're starting a new half of the semester, I'm just warning you because I hate to see anybody fail a Piano 1 class, and it happens all the time. I'm very upset by that. It hurts me more than it hurts you, believe me. I just hate to do it. So don't do it. It's like when my mother would smack me, said, "That hurt me more than it hurt you." And I said, "No, it doesn't. It really hurt me pretty much." But I didn't do it again. Maybe we all need a smack sometimes. But anyway, practice, and I will see you next time.